the one wave you've never chased but still want to surf? I would have to say that would be Skeleton Bay in Namibia. I feel like that's a spot that every surfer needs to get one wave out in their life. It's, you know, it's just like such a crazy novelty. Are wave pools a fad or are they the future? I'd say that they've changed the future of surfing entirely. It'll be more accessible to a lot more people as they keep on getting built. And I think that it'll probably, tricks and stuff like that will be rapidly, I don't know, developed or created or whatever because of the ability to have the same sections over and over and actually be able to practice in a like controlled environment. Favorite band of all time from Island Bag, Velvet Underground, just for everything from experimentation to listenability and yeah, probably at the root of it all, just Velvet Underground is my favorite of all time. What did you like most and least while on the WCT from NC Camet? Being able to surf spots in heats with only one other person out. What I didn't like was the pressure, staying in team houses, and then free surfing around the events is pretty annoying because it's just so, I mean, 44 of the best surfers in the world, you know, trying to outdo each other, and I don't know, really competitive lineups, and I don't know, it's hard to say because I did like certain aspects of competing, but ultimately I just like doing film trips and creating film projects more, and yeah. Who would win in a fight against Kelly Slater and the radioactive gorilla, meaning between the two of them? And I would have to say a gorilla, not even being radioactive, would probably shred up any human. Pretty simple. So what was your favorite moment during the filming of Dear Suburbia? We did 2 Japan trips, and the second one, we were trying to film in Indo, and the forecast wasn't good, and the waves weren't good, and we weren't having a very good trip, so we booked a flight to Japan for a typhoon and jammed to the airport, and got there for, it was actually kind of the best and worst, because actually the best part was we pretty much had the best day of waves I've ever surfed in my life, which was the end section of that, and then 2 days after that was pretty much the best waves, well, absolutely the best waves I've ever seen in my life, which is those John clips and stuff, which I got injured during, and kind of missed out on. I got a couple good ones and then got injured and missed out on the rest of that session. Yeah, that was the best and the worst, was just that Japan session that was just, that was John when he was 18 and really coming into his, you know, what type of surfing that he's doing these days, and Yaden and Dylan Perillo, and just pretty much an 8-hour day of surfing the best waves we've ever surfed. And then the big day was another day, which was pretty magic as well for some and not for others, but still I got hurt, and yeah. Where do you see surfing and its culture in the next 10 years? I don't know, with the current situation within the industry and the economy, it's going to be really interesting how surf companies are going to be able to support surfers anymore and World Tour, and I'd have to guess that there's going to be a lot of outside money that's going to have to come in from non-surf apparel companies that will have to I think the surfers will have to rely on that a lot more, and probably, you know, WSL and all that will have to rely on outside sponsorship, I'm guessing, because it's going to take a really long time for the surf industry to recover from the current situation. I don't know, that might ultimately be kind of a cool sort of rebirth thing, I'm not sure. What are your thoughts on channel bottoms? Channel bottoms are really sick. except there's some problems with them because you got to work around the fins, and fin boxes don't typically work with the channels where you want them to be. So you got to get glass-ons, and there's so much weakness around the channels with sanding, and it's easy to break fins. My last channel bottom that I had, I took on, let's see, retract this. I took it to Indo and had a broken fin when I got there. Tried to fix it on the boat trip, asking boats if they had ding fixing supplies, and finally found some, opened it up, and it was dry, and so gave up on that, and then took it home, got it fixed, took it to Australia, West Oz, got there and the fin was broke, and I had someone fix it there, and they put it on the wrong angle. It was like insanely, like it was like that. So I didn't surf it on that trip, brought it home, Channel Islands fixed it again, and then I brought it to Hawaii, and I got there and rotated it off the wall, and it was feeling pretty good, and then like 4 waves in, the fin broke out again. So they're pretty finicky with the build, but when they work good, it's a pretty cool. I guess they're meant to channel water through your fins, but it also creates a sort of weird variation of more rocker and a straighter line, and yeah, they're pretty interesting. It's drivey. When is the first Chapter 11 TV clip dropping? I actually put one up. I haven't really been promoting it yet because I want to have a couple of videos up before I promote it, but well, here you are, I'm promoting it. But hope you guys dig it. You have a cool painting by your stairwell. What is that one? That is a painting by Kinda Khalidi. She's a really good friend of my wife's, and her art is really cool. It's actually developed, it's sort of evolved from that one. Her art looks a little different now, but lots of cool, abstract, colorful, joyous paintings she makes. My wife's been friends with her for like 5 or 6 years, and she has an aunt that's a psychic, and she said that they were sisters in ancient Egypt. So, funny fact. But yeah, Kinda Khalidi, check out her art, it's really cool. Thank you guys. Hope you can hear me over children. I don't really feel like doing it again without them, so here we go.